Hello and welcome to your World English course. This is the fall of 2013. I am your instructor, Dr. Anna Wetzel. This very short PowerPoint is meant to introduce you to the course. I will also have other presentations uploaded on Blackboard explaining different aspects of the course. But let's begin. Now that you enrolled, here's what you need to know. We are not gonna see each other face to face. This is 100% online. Unless, of course, you happen to be at Kent Trumbull and you would like to stop by my office during my office hour. But everything you need to do will be spelled out for you on Blackboard. This is a writing intensive course. That means that you will have to write something every week. It's not necessarily about length as much as depth. So you'll see that most of the assignments are rather short. That doesn't necessarily mean that they will be easy. You will be given, however, all the tools that you need to complete every assignment. We'll read something every week as well. Half of the readings come from journal articles and half from books, so they're book chapters, but I'll talk about that a little later. I try to vary the assignments, so if you're not too crazy about writing research papers, there will be an assignment for you to do that will get you a little excited or more excited. Or if you like writing research paper, you will have an assignment that you'll really enjoy doing. I chose not to assign a textbook, mostly because textbooks tend to be very expensive. So what I did is I used a couple of books, a couple of textbooks. I just scanned the chapters and uploaded them on Blackboard, so they are free for us to use. I also looked through different peer-reviewed journals, and I chose articles that I thought are accessible enough for us to read, but still are very good examples of how applied linguists in the field of foreign Englishes are writing right now. But let's talk a little bit about your instructor. I am from Romania. I think that's what people notice first about me. I have an accent. I've been teaching both composition and applied linguistics courses like this one for a while. I have a PhD in composition and TESOL from Indiana University of Pennsylvania. My particular field of interest is language attitudes, and this is what my dissertation focused on. I'm married and I have a very young son. If you have questions about your instructor or about my country, feel free to email me with questions. I actually enjoy talking about both, of course. A little bit about the readings, and it would be kind of interesting to see how many of you can figure out who these people are. But when I chose the readings, I tried to provide you with a good selection of researchers who are shaping the field of world Englishes as we speak. So if you go to conferences, these are the people you're likely to see. If you read the more recent journals, these are the people you are likely to read. So although their writing could be a little difficult to understand at times, I decided to use their articles because I want you to understand what's going on with this very dynamic and very young field. A little bit about the assignments, and this information can be found in the syllabus, and the syllabus is uploaded on Blackboard. So I'm asking you to write 2 research papers. One is based on your own original research. You'll be asked to do an interview with a World English user, and then just write about that interview. The second paper is a review of the existing literature describing one particular word English. So you choose one word English, I don't know, for instance, Pakistani English or Indian English, and then write a paper about that. You will also be asked to write 4 reading responses. You'll read both book chapters and articles. Do not write the reading responses for the book chapters, only use the articles, and you will have a list of possible choices for you. These reading responses will have to first summarize the main points of the reading, so you kind of show that you read. Second, show that you can think about these issues critically and have an opinion, an informed opinion. And finally, I will ask you to write the bibliographical information using APA. If you're not sure how to use APA, let me know. I have some resources you could use. Just send me an email. 2 of the reading responses will have to be submitted by week 9, 2 by week 15, and each response should be about 600 words. Another assignment is an analysis of a World English literary piece. What I mean by literary piece, it could be anything. Novel, a short story, a play, even a collection of poems. What I'm asking you to do is to find a World English author from the outer or expanding circle and analyze his or her use of language. If you're not sure what the outer and expanding circle mean, then just read this week's assignment from Jenkins, because she explains what these circles mean. Make sure you don't confuse an English translation with a World English book, so don't look for a book that was written in Swahili and then a translator translated that into English and published it here. No, you want an author from an African country, for instance, that wrote that particular book directly in English, in the English used in that particular area. Another assignment that's really very important is the discussion board. This is the only way we can interact. So think of it as a meeting place for us. You were already assigned to a group for the discussion board, and you'll be able to see your group comments and respond to your group members. So in order to earn the points, you have to do 2 things. First, answer Dr. Wetzel's questions, and you'll see that, for instance, for week 1 I have quite a few questions for you. I have 4 questions. Usually you'll just have 1 or 2 questions, but this was the first week, so I had a lot of questions for you. The second way you could earn points is by replying to your comments, to your peers' comments. Make sure you follow the schedule. So when you're trying to answer my questions, you have to do that by Thursday every week when a discussion board entry is due, and then relog in later on and post 2 comments to your colleagues' answers. And I'll talk more about this in a separate presentation. Let's move on. This is how your grade is figured out. So each research paper is going to be 20 points, each reading response 10 points, each discussion board entry with answers, with replies to your peers' comments, that's going to be 1 point. The response to the literary piece, 5 points. And there are 2 smaller assignments. I will give you points for those as well. Every time you are assigned something, you will have a handout and an explanation of how to do the assignment, so you're not on your own there. Also, feel free to ask me questions every time you have a question. Here's how you read the schedule. So This would be week 1. I'm asking you to create a PowerPoint or a video in which you introduce yourself to your colleagues. I also ask you to read the syllabus and to read a selection from Jenkins. I posted 3 very short videos. I'm asking you to watch those videos as well. Then I'm asking you to log on to the discussion board and answer the questions available on the discussion board. So everything you have on the schedule, make sure you have that done by Saturday of week 1 or week 2 or whichever week you're looking at. This allows me to go to Blackboard on Sunday and grade everything that you have posted. So try to get everything done by Saturday. I understand that sometimes there are some extraordinary circumstances and you might need an extra day to complete everything, and in that case just let me know. Here's another example of how to read the schedule. For instance, for week 4, in addition to reading and watching a video, I'm asking you to submit a paper, and that would be the interview write-up. All the papers are submitted through Blackboard, so you have a link, and you click on the link under that particular week and follow the directions. If you have questions, again, what you do is you email me, and don't feel like you're bothering me. You are not. Answering questions is part of my job, and I try to answer the day you email me or the next day. If you happen to be in the neighborhood, definitely stop by during my office hour. I love hanging out with my students. I love answering questions, and I'm there 4 hours a week, so I can get bored unless you come and visit. That's all for now. Have a great summer. I look forward to interacting with you, although this is a rather new medium for me. I have quite a few questions for you, and I'll have those questions posted on the Blackboard under the discussion. Make sure you have questions for me as well. And again, if the way you do is you email me and I try to answer right away. Anyhow, again, have a great semester. La rivedere.